Hi guys, Radhika here again. I hope you all are doing well and thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for all your comments. It feels really great to read them and thanks for sharing, subscribing and liking the videos. I hope these are helping you in some way and I hope you spread the word yourselves wherever you go and spread awareness and spread light. So today I wanted to make a video which is kind of like a story time. Okay, so let me give you what the gist of the video is. It's basically, it's kind of like a story time, and it's kind of like you have to visualize this a little bit, and you have to, of all the chakras that I told you, you have to go into your heart center where you keep all your love, where you keep all your empathy, where you keep all your understanding, where you keep all your compassion and all the deep emotions on the positive side, which reside here. Um, Go into your heart center, sit there for a while, and and just uh, listen to the story and try to visualize it. Okay. um, so imagine a village, say in rural India. Okay. And there's a family there, a father and a mother, and they have two girls. Okay. The elder one is around 7, and the younger one is around 5. And it so happens that the elder girl looks a lot like her mom. Okay. And her mom is very beautiful. In India we know how much people like fair skin, so she's like really fair, really lovely, um, like a perfect kind of a woman. And she prides herself on that, on her looks, on how good a housewife she is, how good a wife she is, how good, at all the relations she is. Maybe she's a great daughter-in-law, she's a great daughter, and maybe to be like great at all these roles, she has sacrificed a lot in her life. But that's what she was told to do. Okay, she was told that she is all these roles that she plays, that her entire existence is only based on these roles. No one actually ever looked at her for who she was as a person, as an individual. Okay, I'm talking about the mother. So the mother has always been a great daughter, a great sister, a great wife, a great mother, a great daughter in law. So she defines herself, A, based on her external qualities, so her looks, because society comments about it. Okay, so it's general knowledge in India that having fair skin is really good. It's not even like, no one questions why is dusky skin not good. No one even questions it. Being thin is really good. Being tall is really good. Knowing how to do household work is really good. Being submissive is really good. So this girl, that is the mother, has been taught all these things while she was growing up. Okay. And there was no internet. She wasn't allowed to go to a school. She wasn't allowed to educate herself. The only education came maybe up to 5th grade. And after she was 16 or something, she was married off. Okay, after 5th grade, she was at home. She was learning how to cook, how to keep the house clean, etc. etc. After that, she was married. Okay. And then after she's married off, she meets this guy, and then all the family expectations that his family have are put on this woman. Okay. That's the mother. Okay, so the mother has always lived for others. Okay, she has never lived for herself. And she actually doesn't even know who she is. And Like, we know who we are. I know what kind of music I like. But this woman, she doesn't know herself. She is completely lost in this maze of expectations and of all the burdens that society has put on her. And she has actually willingly done all those things because she did not know otherwise. Okay, now she gets married and she has these two daughters. So one of them is 7-year old and the other one is 5-year old. Now, of course, in this time society has changed, and maybe in this generation people are actually sending their daughters to schools. Okay, more than the fifth grade. Okay, so the girl in the seventh standard is also going to school, or 7-year old is also going to school, and the 5-year old is also going to school. Now, this woman has been taught that her worth is only based on looks and how she essays all these roles that the society has given her. Okay, so now in both her daughters, imagine that the one who's the 7-year old looks exactly like her mother. She's fair, she's beautiful, her figure is amazing. She is a great cook. Her mom is teaching them how to cook. Um, she is not that great at painting or anything creative. She is not religious. Okay, she doesn't like religion, but she does all the things that her mother asks her to do. And now imagine the second daughter. Okay, the second daughter is 5 years old. Okay, so she's just a child, but she is a little bit bow legged. Okay, so her knees are a little bit further apart like this, and little bit bow legged, not completely but a little bit physical defect. She is not that great at cooking. Okay, she's not that great at cooking, not as good as the 7-year old, of course, because she's the elder sister, right? She is not as pretty as the mom. Say the mom is fair skinned and the dad is dark skinned, and this little girl is dark skinned like her dad. And so society doesn't like it. Like, relatives are saying that, oh, she's dark skinned, she's not like you, but the elder one is like you, this, that. Um, and the little one is very creative. Okay, she's very good at art, she's very good at singing, maybe she's very good at some musical instrument, she likes dancing. And this little girl sees that her elder sister is not so much into religion, and her mom doesn't like that the elder one is not so much into religion. So the younger one makes more of an effort, to show that she is religious, to maybe to compete with her sister, or just like that for fun, like how kids do. Now, what happens is, over time, because of society and because of people, and so many people repeatedly telling the mother that the elder one looks like you, the elder one looks like you, the mother starts relating more to the elder one. Okay, and the younger one, maybe she looks like her dad, and the mother and the dad might also have some fights. So she starts relate, and in those days you don't say much to your husband, you repress your feelings, because it was a male dominated society. So the mother could not say many things to the father, so she repressed it inside her. And whenever she would see the younger child, she was reminded of the father and of all the bad things that he has said to her, or her parents, or done to her, or maybe what the in laws, all the bad things that the in laws are doing to her. But she has no other outlet to let out her anger, because she has been essaying this role of a perfect wife, of a perfect daughter in law, of a perfect mother. Okay, so what does this lady do? The easiest thing to do is she starts victimizing or scapegoating the youngest child, because the child is just a child. The child doesn't know anything. The whole self worth that a child gets is from the validation that the parents are feeding the child, that the teachers, that the primary caregivers are giving the child. So it so happens that as time progresses, this woman, who is this so-called ideal wife, ideal mother, she starts scapegoating her youngest daughter. So, what she does, she will always praise her elder daughter wherever she goes, and she goes with both her daughters. And the younger daughter always keeps on listening to her mom praising the elder. The younger daughter always keeps on listening to the mom praising the elder daughter. So the younger daughter keeps getting this self doubt that, am I not here? Why is mom not speaking about me? Now she will speak about me. Oh, she didn't speak about me. Now she will say something. Oh, she didn't say something. Okay, so this child, this little child who's 5 years old, goes into the self doubt of, why are my parents, or why is my mother, because at that time mothers were mainly responsible for taking care of children, why does my mother not talk about me? Okay, and the so what happens, this is how narcissists are born. Okay, now any one of these children can become a narcissist. Okay, this is like the seed for inequality has been sown by the mother. Now she has these two daughters, these two sisters who should be loving each other. She has them competing for her attention, and this is giving her some sort of vengeance. Maybe this is giving her some sort of sadistic pleasure, or maybe even she is so numb and she is so unconscious that she is not even feeling any of it. That's the worst case. She is totally numb. So now the scapegoat in this case, because this story is about the scapegoat becoming the narcissist, the scapegoat sees that the only way I can shine in my mother's eyes is by becoming religious. Okay, so she becomes religious, and somehow the mother starts noticing her. And so now and then the mother will start praising her in front of people, maybe in front of the dad, maybe in front of the in laws or her grandparents. So this is a reward and punishment based upbringing, a shame based upbringing. Okay, so we as parents should avoid that. We should validate our children no matter what their merits or their demerits are. And we can learn a lot from this. We can learn a lot from the narcissists in our life. And most of the time, we learn what not to be from them. And if we look at their history, we can learn what not to do. And so the value that narcissists provide to society is really what not to do. And I would, I would like to give credit to narcissists here, because I do believe that no one wants to be a narcissist. I do believe that narcissists have, as a child, endured a lot of trauma. They have. So look at the scapegoat in this example. She was made to feel invisible until she actually started doing something that the mother liked. Okay, so maybe in her heart she liked painting. Okay, she liked dancing, but maybe in that religion, painting or dancing might have a negative connotation. So just to please her mom, she might give that up and she might become religious. And so she might base her whole life on this image of being religious, whereas in her soul she's a dancer, she's an artist. Okay, and now this little girl who was in a village in India, she grows up there, and maybe in time she moves to a city. Okay, she has kids in the village. Her kids go to school, her kids get a job in the city, she moves to a city. Okay, and she repeats everything that her mother has done. She tries to be an ideal wife, an ideal mother. And ideal in that sense is she had a narcissistic mother, right? But for the society, it was ideal. Okay, she based her values on the values of the society around her. She did not have her inner core values in place because she did not know what her core was. So this woman, now she's older, she has a son, she still doesn't know what her core values are, where her heart actually lies. She comes to the city, and this boy, he falls in love with a girl. Okay, and the mother says, okay, you can marry that girl, and he marries the girl. And for the mother, she's thinking, I am so modern, I have let my son marry a woman that he likes, I am the best. Okay, so she already has this broken self esteem since her childhood, and she has covered it up with layers and layers and layers of ego, because that is what she did as a child, as a scapegoat. When she was feeling invisible, she would please people around her to feel validated. And that's what a narcissist wants, even when they are 60 years old. Actually, they are 5-year-old children. Really, no matter how much damage they do, you have to realize that if you are fighting with a narcissist, you are fighting with a damaged 5-year-old child. That's what they are inside, no matter what their outside is. They have just built on this cover over cover of ego, which has become like a super ego, and their soul is inside that scared little child who is hiding behind all those covers. So so what we need to understand is, so basically in this story, this is how the scapegoat child becomes the narcissist. Okay, so I just wanted to give this story out there. And I know a lot of people hate, they just hate the person in their life who has narcissistic personality disorder. And I totally get that, I totally get that. But I just want to make you guys realize that after you have been through this healing process a little more, maybe you can come back to this video or the other videos, or some of the videos that talk about healing a little more, and maybe try to realize what happened in the narcissist's life. And maybe it's too late now, we cannot go back in time and change the narcissist's childhood for them. But what we can do is we can recognize this pattern of non validation or validation, which is based on wrong principles. Okay, validation which is based on ego versus validation which is based on soul, which is based on how a person is, and just accepting them as they are, not idealization that you have to be this ideal person and only then I will like you. Okay, so this validation needs to be given, and you can give it to anyone in your life because everyone needs it. Trust me, everyone needs validation. Yep, so that was my video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please do comment, and I wish you guys a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.